everybody. Welcome to Life Beyond the Clouds. I'm really excited to have Kimberly on. And Kimberly, I just want to have fun with this, right? I've talked to you about how this works. This is really about connecting everyone. I want everybody to have a place where they can come and understand that messages for heaven are real, right? That heaven is for real. There is life beyond the clouds. There's so much more. And that we all receive messages all the time, but we call it a gut feeling or coincidence, or we don't say anything, right? And I always say they're sending them to us. It's just us not understanding them. We're missing it. They're always sending them. We just sometimes are missing them. It's not that they went away or left us. So I want this just to be somewhere where people can come on and listen and people can tell their stories like with you, because you know your dad loves you and he's always here. And I want people to give you a chance to talk about it and messages that you know, like I just know that this is my absolutely my dad. You know what I mean? And your husband comes through and we're so loved, you know, and your grandmother. So I want to give you a second, then I want to go ahead because I know too when messages come through, I like to pass them on. And I know that you receive messages. I know that you do. I know you're very connected. So I thank you for coming on. And I want to thank everybody for watching Life Beyond the Clouds. And please like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you're coming back, welcome. Thank you. But Kimberly, go ahead. I want to give you a chance just to talk a little bit, you know, I mean, about messages that I know that you absolutely do receive.
Yes. My dad especially. I'm building a house, and he growing up, he we were three girls, and he was like, you can do anything a man could do, and he taught us to build the houses and build walls, and so I'm building my house now, and I miss him so much, but I just feel him with me, and I'll just look over, and I know he's there rooting me on, and I see the table saw, and I'm like, God, he will be right there with me, measuring and say, get this and bring that, and let's get these walls up, and that's not, we don't have time to eat. Let's just get this happening.
What's interesting, what he kept saying even before we started, what I had written down in my notes, he said, tell her to finish it, to finish it. So I don't know if there's something that sometimes it's just like, I don't know if I can finish this. I don't know if this feels like too much. He
Yes.
said, like to tell you, yes, you can. He said, tell her she has to finish it. Like that
Yeah.
you have to. It's almost like those times where it's just like, I don't know if I can do this. Like I'm
Oh
tired. What
yeah.
did I get myself into? What did I do? And he
Yeah.
said, tell her. And he kept showing me a tape measure. And I don't know if he's referring to me. It's like, we don't need to measure, but you understand no measuring required. But he just showed me a tape measure. I have to tell you.
It's like I have it attached to my hip, and it's like, my boyfriend's like, you don't need to measure that. I'm like, I need to measure to make sure this is right, and you know,
Okay.
um, and do it, because my dad would always do that, but now I'm like, I got to do it, but maybe I don't have to do it as much. That's a good sign. Yeah.
And so that's just so funny when they show me that. That's his way of just saying that sometimes you know how to eyeball it already. He's
And
just like, you're
finish it.
very good at seeing.
Oh, thank you. And it was funny because like an hour ago, I was measuring my bedroom out to see how much sheetrock I needed
Is that
with
funny?
the tape measure. You know what I mean? And then the thing is that finish it. It's been 3 years since I bought this property, and
Oh, wow.
COVID,
Okay.
and just everything going doubling, tripling in price. And I'm like, I've never doubted myself that I could do it, because my dad always taught me that you could do anything and just set your mind to it. But after 3 years, after even 2 years, it was like you get defeated feeling like you're like, maybe I can't do it, but I just kept. It's not been easy, but now I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And
Okay. Because this is his way of just saying to you to understand, like you can and you will. Like he's helping you on those times when you go out there. Is there anything about you being out there when it's in the dark? I keep seeing you in the dark. So I don't know if it's like early morning before anybody's up or if it's late at night, but he's almost making me visualize you out there, almost like when it's dark sometimes, like where I don't see daylight.
yes, because I'm actually in my camper on my property, because I said I'm moving there. I don't care. I'm getting this done. So I actually live here.
Okay, it's so interesting. And I have to ask you too. These are certain things he kept showing me. Is there anything with bells? He kept showing me bells, or I'm hearing bells, or I don't know if there's some bells hanging somewhere, but he is literally showing me bells, and I'm hearing bells.
Yes. Every Christmas morning, Santa would come, bells, and ring the bells. We knew he was there.
Wow!
He'd bang on our doors
Oh
and
wow!
say, ho 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 ho, Merry Christmas. So Santa would come every year to our house.
See, I love
Yes,
it.
and then
And that's what because I actually had it written down. I was writing down some stuff, but he kept making me hear the bells and then he was showing them to me. You know what I mean? It's like a bell, like you're ringing the bell. Like it was just, it's a memory that for you right? It's like you could be anywhere almost, Kimberly, and hear bells anywhere, like anywhere, and it automatically brings you back to that memory. Like it
Yeah,
makes you just, it brings you back.
yeah. Because last week I went. We went to by Berkeley Springs, and I bought different things, and they had a bag of 3 bells, and I thought of my dad instantly.
Can I
Yep.
tell you what? That to me, see, these are the kind of messages when and I say this all the time. It's probably I say it so much, people might be like, stop saying it so much, but I just always say these little things to me are so huge, right? I know I'll get where people, I'll know it's their husband or, a mother or father or her pat, you know what I mean, or how it was. But to me, it's when they show me these memories, I just think it's so beautiful, right?
Yes.
Because that's a memory for you that it brings you peace and it connects you to him. And I always just say I'm like a memory maker because I'll
Yeah.
bring forth the memories that, do you understand? They heal the heart. It's the memories we keep. Life is about making memories. It's about taking moments and making memories in those moments. That's what it's all about for me. Right. And that's just, and I have to tell you, he's very funny. He can be a fast talker. He's very funny. Is there something with you not liking birds or something with you about birds? I don't know why he says this and he's laughing.
My oldest daughter, when we were in Disney, got attacked by one of the birds. But that's all I can think. I'm trying to
Okay.
think.
And he also is playing music. I don't know if there's something with the Beach Boys. I feel like I'm hearing Beach Boys music in my ear, but there's something like about old music, and I almost feel like I'm hearing Beach Boys music.
He would always play like smooth jazz and stuff that we could not stand, and it would drive us crazy.
I actually like it. I like it.
See?
I like it. I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? I feel like saying, what's wrong with that? But yeah, he keeps playing, and like music was important to him. I was saying
Yes.
it's like a connection. It was very, very important to him. And is there anything about you ever connecting with an old friend of his, like this gentleman that I feel like was such a good friend? Is there anything about talking to him, or either I'm supposed to connect with him, or meet with him, or have lunch with him? But there's something
Yeah.
about he wants you, or you are connecting with him.
Yeah, me and my sister, because he's having a really hard time. Actually, his wife left him and stuff, and him and dad were best friends, and dad would help carry him through, and they would go shopping a lot and go
That's
out.
interesting.
Yeah,
He's
he
thanking you already for that. He's saying, Kimmy, I need you to help him.
yeah. Me and Denise and my mom and dad. Yeah, we're trying. I mean, my mom. We're trying to, like keep him. Yeah, and then he's very he believes he's very religious and stuff, and but yeah,
Yeah,
he's
because
having a hard time.
he doesn't want him to give up. And I
I
almost,
know, I know. He was
and I,
like his backbone,
is
Bob.
there a Bob? Who's the Bob?
That's who it is. I'll just say it's Bob.
Are you kidding me?
No, and he came through with Denise's podcast. Remember? I don't know if you remember that, but
Oh, that's him.
and
Oh my gosh.
she reached
Okay.
out to him, and he didn't get back for a while, but we kept bugging him, and
Okay.
finally,
So this is very interesting because this time it's interesting because that's right, because now she asked me if I had a message from him, but your dad's coming through on his own now about him, like do you understand, worried about him, like you got to reach out to him, like take him out. It's
yeah,
like something about having coffee, you know what I mean, like you're meeting him, I don't know if you're meeting for breakfast, but it's like he needs to physically be around. And there's something about Christmas because your dad kept showing me a Christmas tree. I don't know if there was something about having him over, do you understand, around the holidays or for Christmas, because your dad literally showed me, he kept showing me a coffee mug and a cup of coffee, and it showed me a Christmas tree while I was seeing him. So
him,
I don't.
yeah, him and dad would go every year before Christmas and go shopping for my mom and his wife, and
Oh
they would make
wow!
it like a whole day thing, and it was
Oh
just they looked
wow!
forward to that. Like that was a big.
Okay, because this is what it's almost as if like he really needs. I feel like all of you because you are the connection to him. I mean,
Hmm.
they knew each other in another lifetime. They're
Yes.
very spiritually connected, and I feel like your dad just worries, you know what I mean, that he's like in a place, you know what I mean? So he thanks you for this. This is why, like when they give you these little gentle things, like it's like thank you to you, right? Your dad's
Yeah.
just saying, thank you for never forgetting him. Thank you for, you know what I mean, helping him. And was there anything about giving him any of your dad's clothes, like either a coat or some shirts? Or why do I feel there's something about clothing related? I don't know if there was something about giving him something of your dad's.
I don't know. I'd have to ask my mom and my sister, but I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Like I wouldn't doubt it for sure. you know.
Because I keep hearing something about, do you understand, like the clothes, like giving him, you know what I mean, a jacket or some sort of clothing, like something that he, you know what I mean? 'Cause he just comes through like a very gentle soul to me, like the way your dad shows.
Very, very, yes, very
Is there any
much.
military connection for somebody?
My daughter's married to a Marine.
Okay. Is there anything about her? Because your dad's like switching gear. Is there anything about her? I know he just wants to, you know, this is what they do. I just go with it. I always say to people, I can't control them.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know if there's anything about her moving or her being worried about him, do you understand, or him having to go somewhere else, or I feel like there's some sort of like energy kind of going on in here with this.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard. They got married in September here, and they're living in Texas for 3 years.
Is there any California connection to anyone?
They lived in California before they moved to Texas.
Oh wow. Okay. Because all of a sudden your dad was saying California.
Yeah.
I feel like there'll be like a move again for them. Like they don't stay here. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of like another, kind of like a pit stop.
Yeah.
And your dad's funny. And he said, it's almost like stop worrying so much about, I don't know if it's one of your daughters more than the other or wanting her to call or something about like, do you understand communication getting better?
Hmm.
Because are you like a lot alike in a way?
I, when my husband passed away, she kind of wanted to help, and she was 18, and we kind of butted heads, and she felt like I didn't do everything I should do, and we haven't had the greatest of relationships. And then when Abby, the youngest, got married here, there was a little bit of problems with her when and that's been since September, so we really haven't talked much.
Okay, because that's interesting that he would bring that up because he makes me feel like want to look down at my phone. You understand? Either like, do I send her another message? Do I wait? But like, I want to make this better. Like this does get. I feel like this does get resolved. I want you to know that.
Okay, good.
Okay, and this is what he's showing me. Like, don't give up. Keep seeing it getting better. Because all of a sudden, I feel like you look down because you're such a good person. I feel like you look down at your. Do you understand? And it's like you guys just really talk. Like you really talk. You know,
Okay.
and not get mad, but you're able to find this place that you both realize. You know, what I mean that there's so much love between you. So, and I almost feel like it's before the holidays. So please hold on to that. You can
Okay.
message me, but I do feel like um, and I feel like sometimes it's more on her end being a little stubborn. So I'm not saying it, but doing it not like in a bad way. You know, I just feel like this is kind of what
Yes,
you
yes,
had.
yes. I love her to
Um,
death, but she's very, yes. Yeah.
but she's just very, you know, just has her own opinions. I guess I'll say strong opinions.
Hmm. Yeah.
Is what
Yes.
he's just. Do you understand? He's just saying like, it will. Things are going to. You know, what I mean,
Okay.
better is what he's showing me.
Good.
So I just want to pass that on because it was very important for him, you know, to tell me that
He always didn't like when anybody wasn't getting along. He had to
he
fix
doesn't.
it.
It hurts him. It hurts his heart. He
Hmm.
doesn't. He wants everyone. He's the type that, like, when everybody got together, even if somebody would say something, he would be like, no, 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 like, did not, I don't care who it was with your mom. Like, he knew when you girls, like, he kept saying, my girls, my girls, right? Everything is my girls. I don't like my girls to be, you know what I
Hmm.
mean, not talking, or I don't like my girls to be upset. Like, he wants everyone to
Yeah.
be good. And
Yeah.
he puts that energy in where you do feel it. And I feel like he goes to your, you know, his granddaughter a lot, your daughter, and he's also helping her a lot. Was there anything about your dad ever giving somebody flowers? Or
He
is there
get
any, huh?
he loved to give flowers or and stuff like that.
Yeah, because he's giving everybody flowers. So that's why all of a sudden I'm talking to you and I'm seeing flowers and he's giving flowers. Do you understand? It's
He,
almost like his way. I don't know if it's his peace offering that he's coming in and saying, but he loves to give flowers. Like it's just for him. He's just got this kind. And is there anything with a horseshoe too with your dad? He showed me a horseshoe. Is there any connection to a horseshoe or having one or something being somewhere, but there's something about a horseshoe?
I I do have one sitting on my fence, and I don't
Okay.
know. It's just randomly sitting there.
Yes. And that's what, for some reason, I don't know if he's calling it your lucky horseshoe and you're supposed to hang it up somewhere, you know what I mean,
Okay.
or put it in the barn, but he just said to me, lucky horseshoe.
Okay. Cool.
So do you have memories of things with your dad? Like, is there like things that you know, like, I know my dad sent me this message. Like, I know that was my dad.
Oh goodness. Um.
And don't stress yourself out. I want
Okay.
this to
It's so
be,
many times that you just know it's him. You know what I mean?
yes,
Like,
yes.
like I would think it was stuff would come out of my mouth, and I'm like, it's because everybody says me and him are so much alike.
Mhm.
And then some of the words that come out of my mouth at like our family parties when I have our get-togethers, it's like that was my dad. Like, where did them words come from? You know what I mean? That'll happen, and I'm like, I know that's him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um,
Is there
being
anything
there.
with you on a ladder or being on a ladder? Because other stuff while you were talking, he was showing me a ladder. Like either I don't know if there's like an upstairs in a barn or like I'm putting something like in rafters, but something about you being on a ladder.
Well, it's funny because I have a upper level of my house that's a loft, and I'm trying to figure out how to make
That's
the
what I'm
stand.
saying. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
It's like it's
And
still open or it's like a loft or you want to floor it or
yeah,
something. But
yeah,
yeah.
like it's unfinished now, but trying to figure out
Okay.
how to get up there. So then my mom's boyfriend actually said they have those library looking ladders that slide that you could get use them as because I don't want just regular stairs. So I said
Yeah.
a ladder would be a cool idea. So
Okay.
I
So
guess he
interesting. Your dad
I guess
likes
he
that. He's approving of that. He thinks
I was
that's a
gonna say
really
he
good
likes that
idea.
idea.
He likes it because he
Okay,
keeps saying for some reason it's going to give you more space or make it easier for you,
yeah,
that it's going to free up more space underneath. I don't know because I don't know
yeah,
what it is you're doing, but he's
because
just,
yeah, he's
go
like
ahead.
me to where in my vision, like he thought. I mean, I'm totally out of the box, and he was somewhat, but it was funny. Whatever idea I had, he would just go for it. He would just do it, and he's like, he loved it, you know. And the ladder, like I said, I didn't want huge stairs in the middle of my living room. I don't want it. You know what I mean? So
So that's what he's showing me. And that's,
okay,
see, I just think this kind of stuff is amazing. And that just shows you how alive he is and how much he's guiding you on this journey, like how much he's bringing other people with ideas, right? Everything we do in life, we don't do on our own. I always say to everyone, if you had an idea or a thought, it's because somebody from heaven, your guardian angels, your loved ones, do you understand? Whispered in your ear and said, hey, look over here, do this. Or they put somebody else in your life to help you. And I think that's what's amazing. We all have, I always say, like this invisible football team,
mm-hmm.
right? And we have to ask for help. And it's like they're all just saying, hey, coach, put me in. Like, ask me for help. We're here. But he just makes me feel like you're going to like this. Like, it's almost like underneath, you're going to do something, but like he has ideas. You know, it's almost like it'll be a sitting area underneath. I don't know. But like that
Okay,
this is a better way. You understand that he just
yeah,
keeps saying this is a better way um, for you to do this. And somebody kept saying peanut. I don't know if there's somebody has something with peanuts or called somebody peanut.
he loved chocolate covered peanuts. They were his favorite.
Pick up the phone and dial it because they're going to answer on the other side. They're
Yep,
going to answer, right? You
yes,
have to pay attention to what you're hearing.
yep,
And this is why, like I said with you, you have such a strong, you know, I mean, energy with this. And I just think it's amazing, you know, I mean, that people are coming on and wanting to tell their stories because it's starting to bring more people out. They're going, I want to tell it. I want to talk about
yes,
it. Do you understand?
yes.
I have to ask you very quickly, is there anything with your mom right now or anything she's planning or anything she's up to? Do you know?
We're getting together this weekend. Me, her, and my sisters.
Okay, because he's making me feel like there's like a get together, like you're going to see each other, or like there is, and it's almost like I don't know if you're talking about the holidays when you get together or who's doing what, but I either feel like if you're not, this conversation's coming up. It's almost like, well, where are you going for Thanksgiving? What are you doing for Christmas? What are you
Well,
doing?
yeah, that was Dad's thing, so it's got to be planned just right because Thanksgiving was Dad's big holiday. So, and
Okay,
everybody being together.
this is what I feel like he's talking about. Do
Yep.
you understand?
And then
This
me and my sisters are getting a tattoo together. And about the Ocean City house when we where we grew up, and we built the house in Ocean City, and they had lots of pine trees, and so we're actually getting
Okay,
that.
so that's interesting, and that can be the trees he's talking about because look up top here, I had tattoo written down, and that can be where I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
the trees. So whether you're going to get a tree on it or do something with tree branches, do you understand?
Yeah.
But because I kept seeing his handwriting too, like something with his handwriting, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I don't know if this has any correlation to the trees and the tattoo. Does it?
We're I haven't figured out what the funny thing is. My sister Brandy is more particular, so she only wants a certain size tattoo. So we're all doing that, and then we're gonna go off of that. And it's funny because he used to always call me Gypsy, so I was thinking about getting the word Gypsy off of it
I
somewhere.
love it. I think
So
that's beautiful. No, I do. I think that's what you're
yeah,
supposed to do. It's supposed to
yeah.
be when you look at it, it makes your heart. That's what it is. It's about, oh, I look down and like you touch it, right? You know, I have
Mhm.
to ask you, was anybody cremated? Is there anything with ashes for somebody? I
My
kept seeing like,
husband,
okay, because I kept seeing a fingerprint. I kept seeing ashes.
gotcha. Yeah, he was cremated, and then I just gave everybody a little, you know, with a necklace or something. Yeah, he was cremated because I said I wanted to take him with us all around. You know what I mean? So
Okay, because he's saying, do you understand that he wanted to pop in? He wanted to talk, and he's just saying, I mean, thank you, like he knows. And did anybody do anything with a fingerprint or a thumbprint, or want to do something with a fingerprint?
not that I know of, but I mean that would be a good idea. I'm trying to. It might come to me. I don't think. Can't think of it right
That's
now.
okay. Just yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
and is there anything? Somebody kept saying the name Ronnie or Ron in my ear. I don't know if there's a Ronnie or a Ron somewhere.
it don't sound familiar. Ron.
Okay, just hold. I just say
Yep.
just hold on to
Yep.
that, and I'll give
Yep.
you the notes. I kept hearing that when I was talking to you. So I don't know if it was somebody that was friends with your dad, but somebody kept, what I mean. I kept hearing that. So when I hear it, I always just have to
Okay.
just, what I mean.
Yeah.
I just release
Yeah.
it and let it go. And
Yeah.
what I mean. It could have been a friend. Um,
Hmm.
I just always just say like when I do these, it's just about, what I mean, trying to help and connect people and let people know, what I mean, that there's nothing wrong with this, that, they just want to show us that they're loved and they want to guide us, right? That this is what they is one thing too. Is there anything about a pet or getting another animal or getting another pet?
Um, I would love to have a pig. That was
A
my.
what? You want a what?
I, I want a pig. I would love to have a pig.
Okay. Because your dad's, that's why I had to ask you twice. I wasn't sure if you said that because your dad's, do you understand, is talking about you getting like another animal. And so I don't know if you're getting any pushback on this or someone that's like, what are you doing? It's almost
Well,
just like, yeah, you can have a live in the house with me too. I'll take it in the house. It's like, I'll take it in the
yeah, I heard they could be good because everybody's like they're gross, they're dirty, and I'm like, no, they're not. If you just have one, and I was thinking about putting it on a leash and like I'm gonna train it. I'm gonna bring it in the house probably.
Oh, you're hysterical. Okay. You have to send me a picture when you get it. Because I just feel like do you understand? Are you gonna name it Charlotte? I feel like you're good.
I'm telling you, if a pig comes into my life and it's a female, I'm gonna name her Charlotte. I will. I promise you that.
Because I feel like this is happening for you. I almost feel like it's more like maybe around like end of winter, early spring, but your dad just makes me feel like all of a sudden this opportunity comes up and it's like you don't ask people. It's like I'm doing it. I'm coming home with it in my truck. Like I didn't
Oh
ask
yeah, oh yeah.
anybody.
I don't. If I want it, I'm getting it. I
He's
don't
just
care.
saying she's not going to ask anyone, and I don't
No,
know what this costs. He keeps saying $3,000. I don't know what this means. I don't know if they cost 3,000, but I just keep hearing the number. He just showed me the number 3,000.
that's way too much money. But I wouldn't pay 3,000. I'm
Um,
tight like he was.
Yeah, I don't know what that number means. That number might mean something because he's
Okay.
showing me 3,000. Yeah, but he just says to me like you're getting one. This is what like he's already visualizing with me. It's like you're getting this big animal, and you're just and you know what? I think it's going to be amazing. I think you're going to love it,
Yeah,
and I think it's fine. I think that's cool. I think that's neat.
I would love to do it. I have different animals, and then just do like a petting zoo thing for kids or adults or
You want to
special
know what?
needs.
I actually see you, and I actually see you working with some special needs children with
Mhm,
this too.
mhm.
You understand?
I actually do it now on the bus. We have special
Do
needs
you
kids
really? Do
because
you really?
I work with the ARC. So.
Oh, I didn't know that because your
Hmm.
dad is showing me special needs children for you. That's beautiful. And this
Hmm.
is what he's saying. It's like you would have them, let them, I mean, come out and touch them. Like it would help because he keeps saying like the special needs. Like I guess that's where your heart is, and this is what you help
Yes.
with.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice. I didn't know that. That's beautiful. And this is
Hmm.
where he guides you to with this. Like this is a lot of where you don't quite understand yet where all this is going, but they
Right.
do in heaven, and he does. Do you understand? You're
Hmm.
being guided, and all of a sudden it's like putting a puzzle together, and you're going to go. Now I know why I did all this. Now I know why I'm doing all this. Do you
Hmm.
understand? So
Hmm.
do not give up. Like do not. You
Never,
understand? Like
never.
you keep
Don't stop believing has been my always the name of
no,
my that's the name of my farm. Don't stop believing because
and this is
my
just yes.
my husband used to sing that to me and the girls, and he said he would never leave us, and he really never has. Like we always feel him with us always. So.
He's very much, you know what? I feel like with him, it's almost like lights get brighter or dimmer. I feel like for some reason, you know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
the electrical stuff, I keep seeing almost like lights get, you know what I mean? Like he's always letting you know though. There's something about the kitchen area for me with him. I don't know what this means, but there's either something where I don't know if he's helping you or there's something you're doing in this, but I feel like for some reason, he goes in and out of there a lot. Like this is a place like he
Okay.
goes in and out of a lot.
Okay. We're trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with the kitchen. It's like
Okay.
kind of a up in the air kind of thing right now. So,
Okay, because this is perfect. This is like do you understand what he shows
okay.
me? Like he goes in and out of the kitchen.
Okay.
Kimberly, listen, I thank you for doing this. And I really do. I mean, because this is about everybody else, right? I've
Yes.
been seeing messages and getting visions since I was 9. And it's time in this world to start letting people be happy and let them
Yes.
see how loved they are. On your hardest, worst day, there's hope in it, right? I always
Yes.
think you're going to fight for something. Let it be you. You've got to
Yes.
fight for your own self, right?
Yeah.
And this is what this is about. And I'm always just so grateful when people want to come on and share their time and their stories because honestly, it's making a difference. And people message me because they want to hear this. They want to hear real life people,
Yes.
that are
Yeah.
experiencing things,
And, you
not
know,
other things.
yeah. And in baby steps, like just, don't doubt that you hear them and don't doubt that they're with you because they are. And that's the thing. The more you believe it, the more you'll see it. And just that's what you got to, I just want everybody to do that, and it'll work. It'll work. And it'll make them so much happier. It really will.
Kimberly, that's a perfect way to end it. I'm going to let you end because that was beautiful. Listen, thank you so much. And you know what? Hopefully we talk soon and God bless you. And thank you for everything. And just know how loved you are.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.